Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to Spirits Beside Us Live. I'm so glad to see everybody here. This is fantastic. It's such a great lineup we've got here. I can't believe we got so many people here. This is fantastic. Really excited to have you here, and this is just so much fun for me to be back here. In case you didn't know, this is my new and improved computer. Got a brand new iMac. I treated myself for the new year. So now you can probably see just how good that camera is. Blows my mind. I mean, this is like a high definition 1080 pixel, whatever, amazing camera. And this whole computer kind of brings me into the modern age, right? It's kind of like I used to be in the sort of like Stone Age. Now I'm in the modern age. It just absolutely blows my mind because my old computer is like 11 years old, which to you and me is kind of like 1,000 years old. So whatever. I just love this new laptop. I'm probably catching up with old times. But glad to have you all here. It's fantastic. I'm seeing everybody again from Pompton Plains, from New York to Long Beach to Ontario. Wow, England. Yes, that's right, Wigan, England. Karen, you still got to remind me about where Wigan is. And Wisconsin. Wow. Is it, Lori, is it cold in Wisconsin? Oh my gosh, Wisconsin's got to be freezing. I know it was kind of cold here. And hey, Trish, how are you? Trish from Tucson dials in, says hi, good. And Amory saying looks good. Oh, thanks, Amory. I'm glad to say that. Hey, Doreen, how are you? All the way from Cape Cod. Wow, Cape Cod in the middle of winter. Boy, that's got to be interesting. I only know Cape Cod when I might go there when it's warm weather. But it is what it is, and I'm so glad to have everybody here. This is just so much fun. As you can see, I'm kind of pumped. I hope you are. And Donna from Breezy Point. Hey, I know a whole bunch of people from Breezy Point. That's got to be great. Oh, Doreen's saying, "Oh, it's not cold today in the Cape." And a great hike. Yeah, the Cape's a beautiful place. But that I digress. One of the things that I wanted to talk about today was just so much about how we are just such bright shining spirits here. The number of people that are on today and the number of people that bring their energy. I mean, the energy that I'm connecting with you guys is so strong. You guys are just you're so positive and you're so upbeat and you're so bright. So when I connect with you, I'm kind of like recharged. This is very exciting. I love doing this. And one of the things I wanted to do today, as you probably saw from my description recently about what today's talk would be about, was I wanted to talk about light, how we are all light. We are all lighthouses, if you will. We're all light workers in our own way. We may not think of ourselves as light workers. We may not realize we're light workers, but in fact, we are. Some of us are intentionally working as light workers, whether that's through healing or mediumship or psychic work or whatever it might be, or perhaps just unintentionally. Maybe we're caregivers. Maybe we're in a medical profession and we're watching after other people. Maybe we're volunteers or we're just helping out in some way. Maybe we're teachers or counselors or therapists or whatever it is, even to the point of just sort of being a helpful neighbor, a helpful person. If you're in any way, shape, or form helping somebody else, you are adding light. Thus, you're being a light worker. So the more light you can bring to your surroundings, to those people that you can connect with, those people that are around you, the stronger the light is going to be. And there's always a saying that says, as soon as you can light a candle in the darkness, never again can the darkness swallow the light. So always be cognizant of the fact that once you ignite your light, it can never be swallowed. It can never be doused. You've got the light. You're the one that pushes away the darkness. You're the one that pushes away uh, that energy that no longer serves anybody. So be aware of your light. Be aware of your energy. And when I connect to you guys on this every week, I can feel your energy. I can feel your light. I can feel your vibrancy. And it's so beautiful, and I love doing that, and that's one of the reasons why I do the work that I do when I'm connecting sometimes in mediumship. The healing energy that comes through is so intense, and I'll give you an example. Like just about 2 hours ago, maybe hour and a half, 2 hours ago, I was doing a reading for this woman, and she had lost everybody. It was such a sad story. She lost her son, who, from what I later learned, he was just like, the ideal son. She had lost her mother. She had lost her father. She had lost her spouse slash boyfriend. Everybody had gone, and she used to be like this spark. She used to be this light we were talking about, right? She used to be this energy, just this vibrant human being. But after everybody had gone, especially her son, who used to be her terra firma, her everything, right? She just shrank inside of herself, basically went inside of her room and never came out. Nobody could get her outside of her room, and she was just a former shell of herself. She was like this: God, swallow me up. God, take me away. And I can only imagine the pain of losing a son. It's perhaps the most difficult transition a human ever has to deal with. And I was talking with her and working with her and just kind of trying to bring her to a place of neutrality so that we could get to a wonderful session with spirit. Eventually, we got to this place where I began connecting with spirit, and without even trying, the first person that came through was her mother, who was like the most intense force. And without batting an eyelash, she just was like saying, "You go, girl," and was pushing her forward. And you could feel her energy. And then it just went from one thing to the next, and then we're finally connecting with her son, at which point, of course, she just absolutely burst into tears, but tears of joy as well. And you could feel the energy, and you could feel the love, and you could feel that at the end of this beautiful session where she's hearing everything from her son, connecting with her son, because this was the one most important person she was dying to hear from. It's like this love and light was just like ignited. And it was just like you could see the light, you could feel the light, you could feel the love. This woman who came to the session completely distraught, barely able to speak, tears flowing from her face. By the end of the session, she looked like she'd been transformed. She had a smile on her face. There was light coming from her face. Her eyes were open. The transformation, just watching this woman, was incredible. And the upliftment that I felt was insane. It was so beautiful. I was like, this is truly what Spirit is here to do. This is Spirit's healing, and this is Spirit's light, and it's the light that is so healing. And one of the things that I wanted to do was to really talk about how strong that light can be and what they can, what spirit can do when we're connecting with spirit. One of the things I want to do is kind of go over a trance reading that I had a while back that really talked about light, really talked about the love that we all have within. And it's that love that is so full of light and so full of energy and so full of connection that keeps us with a connection to each other and to spirit. And it really, this trance reading was making us feel and discussing in a sort of a simile fashion, and perhaps an allegory maybe, in that we're all lighthouses. We're all shining our light out to the rest of the world to warn others about the rocky shoals, to help others see the light, to guide others on their way. It's like the ships that are out there in the night that have no way to see where they're going. We're the lighthouses. We're the ones that are giving them the light. Now, that light could be help. That light could be assistance. That light could be a kind gesture. That light could be paying, for the coffee for the guy next door. That guy could be, anything. But it's all about the light. So let me just read you some of the passages from this trance reading, because it was really, really powerful message, and something that reminded me of what I experienced this afternoon, just a few hours ago. And this guide came through talking about this light, and really profoundly moving me as I kind of went back and I read it. And the guide started out saying, there are so many who sail in the dark, so many whose ships sail without sight. They have no guidance or have no direction. They travel aimlessly without a moon, without stars, nothing but fog. They travel, but their sight is obscured. They know not where they travel or how they get where they go. Yet you have within you the light that shines on their way. You have the light to provide them a beacon. You have the light to protect them from the rocky shoals below. You have the light to let them know where they are and where they go. For us, your light, and many, many of your lights, we rely on to get those lost souls on their way. You are like the keeper of that lighthouse. You must travel up those stairs every night. Turn on the light. Let your candle burn bright. Remember I was talking to you about the candle and the light? It came up here too. He continued on. Be the beacon in the night for those that search for the illumination. For you can be that light, that illumination. And for those who are lost in that dense fog, you can sound the horn. Your sound travels through the dense fog where light cannot penetrate. But it is your sound, your voice, that penetrates so much deeper, so much farther, that lets them know where they are. It awakens them. Again, you are like that keeper in the lighthouse with that horn that sounds, and your sound carries so far in the distance with nothing to stop it. Your voice, your sound carries forever. Realize the impact of your light, the impact of your voice. Realize how you save those heading for peril. Realize the benefit you bring for those who would otherwise be lost. When you run out of fuel, for you will, there is time to refill your lamp. Replace the bulb. But it takes effort. You must keep walking up those stairs every night. Time after time after time. No one said this was going to be easy, for it does take effort. Think of all those ships that sail aimlessly in the dark that you are helping, that you are benefiting. You and all those like you, all up the coast, every coast, in every place where there are shoals, there are lost souls who just wander aimlessly. We depend on you. We work with you. We are so proud of the work that you do, for you are the front line. Without you, imagine what would happen to all those ships sailing in the dark, without a bearing, without direction. They are coming so close to the shoals. I thank you, my friends, for what you do, and I thank you for hearing us out yet again and working with us. That, to me, was so profound. It really got to the essence of what our light truly is. And when you begin to realize that we are light and that we are that lighthouse. We are the light shining the light to those ships sailing in the darkness, the light that's sailing and illuminating the way, the passage for those lost souls, the horn that warns of danger around. We're the one that's guiding other people. And it doesn't take much. It doesn't have to be the holier than thou, the let me give my life over to whatever it is. All you have to do is just do what you're doing now. Put the effort into love. Put the effort into kindness. Put the effort into joy. Put the effort into that which makes you happy and positive when you're helping other people. Because think, when you are making someone else happy, when you're doing a good deed, let's say, when you're picking up the paper for somebody, when you're getting somebody coffee, when you're helping somebody across the street, when you're picking up somebody's groceries, whatever little things that you do, you feel great. So it's those little things that you do. But remember, what you do for that other person has an effect that's magnified 10 times. The person on the receiving end of that positive light is going to feel an effect 10 times what you're feeling. So if you think you're feeling great, imagine what they're feeling. They may be somebody in a place where you're thinking, oh my gosh, nobody cares about me. Oh my gosh, nobody wants to really understand what it is that I'm doing. But you're so important. You need to know that everybody does depend on you. Everybody does depend on your light. So it's everything that you can possibly do just to illuminate and sound that horn of care and kindness to everybody else. And remember what the guide was saying. Remember what Spirit was saying. They depend upon us. We are their representatives here in the physical. What is it that we can do to serve Spirit and to serve our fellow mankind? What is it that we can do to help raise the spiritual awareness of mankind? What can we do to make others feel that the world truly is filled with love? And love doesn't have to be this big feeling of, I'm going to give you every single thing in my life and I'm going to ignore material things. Everybody thinks it's got to be so much bigger than it truly is. It's just loving kindness. What is loving kindness? Again, kindness is just something that you would do from your heart. What would you want somebody else to do for you? It's like that old saying, it's like the golden rule. Do unto others as they would have them do unto you. Or you would have them do unto you. You know what I mean, what the golden rule is, right? So that's basically what it is. You really have to get that feeling of doing something for other people that you would truly want them to do to you and do them for you. Just uplift yourself. And that's what you should be doing for other people. Bring that love to other people. Be the lighthouse for other people. Be the light for everybody around you. Spread the light, spread the love, spread the joy, spread the happiness, spread the kindness. Now imagine a radical thought. What if each person on the planet did that to just one other person? Let's say you did it to one person, and they did it to somebody else, and then they carried on one more piece of love, and so on, and so on, and so on. It's always about this pay it forward concept. Pay forward the love and kindness that you've got within your heart. So that's really what I wanted to talk about today. That's what I wanted to really go on about, and that's really where I wanted to kind of have this whole discussion. So, with that, what I want to do is turn it over to you, answer your questions, and really, see where this takes us. And I'll try to start at the top here. And Karen is making a funny comment. She goes, "Speaking of light, your room is looking so much brighter." Yes, my room looks a lot brighter because that's the new camera. Remember, the old camera was just like the horrible camera that you wouldn't give to your own dog. This is just such a better camera. It's got such higher resolution, such better software that it takes everything around it and just brightens it. On top of the fact that I'm also using, in case you didn't know it, I'm also using special software now for this. It's a production software that, as you may have seen, it had an intro scene. We're going to have an outro scene, and we can do all kinds of things. I feel like I'm like a kid in a candy store with this software and this camera and this whole computer. This is just so much fun. I could be on here all day, every day. Just, of course, I wouldn't get much done, but this is what's going on. So, Karen, that's what's happening. That's what's really where we're going. And Kimmy says that to some of my discussion earlier about that woman who lost her son. Kimmy said that she had lost her son in November. So, Kimmy, my heart goes out to you a million times. I can't even imagine that. So I feel for you, and I hope we can all send our love out to you, and I hope we can all kind of embrace you with our arms, with our heart, with our soul, and give you all of our love, because that's what's so important. When the times are tough, we've all got to be there for each other. It's so important because we're a soul family. We're all souls. We're all on the same choppy shores, right? Choppy waters. We got to help each other. So, Kimmy, my heart goes out to you. Much love to you, and I know we're all here for you. And let's see, what else do we have here? Wow. Barbara's saying she is a leukemia survivor, but she says she feels lost. I'm glad that you're feeling this. I'm glad you're receiving it, because it's all about the light, and it's all about bringing yourself from the darkness into the light. And it's not a radical shift. It's not something that you have to really adjust to. It can be a gradual position, but it's also an awakening. You can literally think of yourself as opening your eyes to the light and allowing yourself to feel so much awareness, so much love. And when you begin to feel the love, you'll begin to feel the warmth of the light, because love is warm. Light is warm. Think of the light outside from the sun. That light is warmth. Whether that light is from spirit, whether that light is from God, whether that light is from the angels, that's just pure love that we're receiving. That's why we humans, are desperate to go find light outside. And when people hold themselves up, they don't connect with that light. So my strong suggestion would be connect with the light, connect with nature, go ground yourself. This was actually one thing I mentioned to this woman this afternoon, because she had never been outside in, like, I don't know how long. Connect with a tree. Sit up against a tree. You don't have to do it, today, maybe it's too cold. When it's warm outside, maybe in the spring, go sit against a tree. Feel yourself connecting with the tree. Feel the energy coming from the tree. Trees are incredibly powerful energy. They've got the energy with roots going all the way down. Feel that energy coming all the way back up, and feel the energy that's coming from the tree. There's no coincidence that people hug trees. People said, hey man, you're a tree hugger. Don't be crazy. Why do people hug trees? Because they love the energy coming from the trees. If we could all get that kind of energy, we'd all be hugging trees all the time. So go sit by a tree, read a book, hang out for about 15, 20 minutes by a tree, maybe 30 minutes. And at the end of that 30 minutes, you're going to feel so different. So I hope, Barbara, that would be something that you can resonate with. Go take a walk in nature, maybe put your feet in the grass. A lot of this I have to take as my own advice because people have told me exactly the same thing. So I'm guilty of it just as much as anybody else. But it's definitely one thing that's come to me multiple times, multiple ways, multiple people. In fact, one of the people on here who's watching now has actually told me this very same thing. So definitely go connect with nature, definitely. And Karen's saying that she's been relating to all this about the light and the light of giving light to friends and family, and that there's a strength that comes from that light. That she's got the strength. She's kind of like that strong lioness, as she puts it, always helping others and always feeling better, even when you're in your darkest, most difficult days. When you go out and help somebody else, you feel so much better. You could almost say that this is almost kind of selfish. Go help somebody else and you'll feel a lot better, right? Do it because you're selfish. And you'll actually wind up helping a lot of other people. So do that. And Karen's also saying, always treat people how you want to be treated. Bring happiness and love. Yeah, definitely. That's the motto for the whole day, right? Is to bring that light and love to everybody, and what you put out is what you receive. That's definitely a thing. And Doreen's saying, pay it forward there. Absolutely. That's definitely what we're talking about. And let's see, what else? And yeah, and Doreen's saying that she mentioned that she had also lost her husband recently, and everything that we're talking about, it's this light and this love and this connection to spirit. That's what lifts everybody up. There's no coincidence here, folks. Why is it that we love connecting with spirit and light and love? Because it is so uplifting. We want this. This is something that feels good. It is good. It's kind. It's love. It's joy. And that's what spirit is always sending to us. And if we'd only open up to it, this world would be a better place. Because there's so many people in the world who just close their eyes, close themselves up, don't want to know about anything. They're like, yeah, da, 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 yeah, blah, blah, blah. They don't want to hear it. They're all closed up. It's like Pharaoh's heart is hardened or something like that, right? And that's the way they are. Their minds are closed, their heart's hardened. They can't come to grapple with or whatever. And it's like this it's that whole thing. It's that if they would just open up to it, consider it, feel it, they'd have a different experience altogether. And this whole world would just begin to explode with that. So I hope this has been helpful to everybody. If you've got any other questions or comments, please let me know here. I'd love to hear all of your comments, all your questions. This is really something that, if you couldn't tell already, is certainly something that is near and dear to my heart. And I love just bringing the awareness of the light and the fact that we've all got the light within us. We've all got that little candle flame within us. We've all got that little torch. We're all that little lighthouse. And wherever there's a little flame, there can never be any darkness. And it's not like the darkness can ever swallow up the flame. Once that flame is lit, once that light is there, darkness is gone. So always remember, keep the light lit. Keep that lighthouse shining. Keep that light illuminating on the rest of the world. Bring your light to others. Bring your light to yourself. And the more light you feel, the warmer you're going to feel. And that light equals love. So as you are, so will others be. So I hope this has been helpful to a lot of people. And again, again, having so much fun. This is just absolutely great. And Doreen says, "You're so inspiring." Well, this is really spirit talking. I think I'm just like a mouthpiece for them. And it's funny, as I'm saying that, suddenly I get like this image of like a megaphone. I feel like I'm a spirit megaphone. They're probably speaking through me right now, and I don't really realize it. But I may be up on my podium and spirit's going, "Oh, okay, he's just a marionette. We're just going to start pulling the strings. We're going to start making him speak." And for all I know, maybe it's my guides that are talking to me, yappity, yappity, yap. But that's okay. I love doing that. As you can tell, I love doing, trance speaking. It's just all of this. So I love whatever it is that spirit brings me and makes me say, I'm cool with it. So that's great. And if it's inspiring and if it's bringing people light and love and happiness and joy and positivity and helping people change their awareness and their spirituality, then great, because that's what I want to do. If you haven't seen it before, my whole goal is to increase the spiritual awareness and consciousness of the whole globe. A small goal, to be sure, but I really want to kind of really help the world lift up. And if I can do that, and maybe you guys can do it too, if we can all do that, it's like what is it? It takes a village to raise a child or something like that. So that's what we got to do. We've all got to do this. We've all got to do this. Each and every one of us can do this. This is not hard, people. So go out there, light your light, get your heart going, shine your light on other people, even in small ways, because it's the small things that add up, right? So the more we do this, maybe start with one candle, then 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we start to really affect the world. And all of a sudden, as soon as I say that, I hear the song, "We Are the World." So I want to start going back and forth and singing that song. But now you get where I'm coming from. So I hope it's been helpful. And because this is something that, really makes me happy and, as you can hear, sing. So I hope it's helpful. And also, I hope this has been a smooth broadcast, because I remember last time there were a lot of glitchy aspects to it. So from what I understand, from what I can see, looks like it's actually doing pretty well. So unless you have any more questions, I will call it an evening, because it's been my 30 minutes of talk time, and I will see you next time, and we'll go with our outro. And Nancy says, "I love your energy, Chris. Thank you for bringing spirit into our lives." Well, thank you for having me in your life. That's something that really makes me happy. I love being in your lives. So I'll see you next time. Okay, until next week.